Welcome to Spiritual Rebirth Tarot. I'm Madelyn, your tarot reader and energy healer. It's so great to have you here for the Starseed update. So on this channel, we are really seeking to bring souls together for hope and healing, walking the path in life. And every week I would like to do a Starseed update with the Starseed Oracle deck. And in this case, we'll be looking at the spread in the book, Fated Life versus Destiny Life. So this is a spread so the first card is the Fated Life, or the call of the ego, the obvious life that you're living. And then the second one is the Destiny Life, or the call of a soul. And the third is the bridge, the leap, the challenge, or decision to face, the change or action you're being called to make. So I know for me this is a little personal. I went from being a dentist, running my own business, teaching dentistry for 15, 20 years. So I graduated in 2000, so until 2020. And so during that time, I had a wonderful experience. It was my fated life, my ego life, really great. But at some point, it just kind of came to an end. And the next phase began. And in 2020, the awakening happened. Things began to open up. My eyes began to open up in new ways, understanding my origins, my lives, and just so many things have opened up for me. And so this soul destiny life is coming into perspective. Certainly for me, it's been like jumping over a cliff, not knowing where you're going to land. As far as starting this new journey, this bridge, it was not a bridge. So for you, hopefully it is, and especially with this reading, let's look at that. So my intention is for this reading to be for those watching, and those starseeds watching this video, looking for the update, but also looking for direction in this bridge in your life as we bridge this week from 2020 to 2021. So the week that we're doing an update on goes from December 31st to January 1st. So for many of us, that's the first of the year here in this part of the country. And so we are looking at bridging from 2020 to 2021, but also from the life that we have lived to the new life we're being called to live today. So you may have had this transition a long time in the past, but you may be going through more transitions now, or this may be the first time for you. So before we begin this reading, I would like to ask for divine guidance and direction. Okay, so we'll begin with that. So at the end, I would like to pull a Angel Oracle card to give you some direction for the new year. And then also in the extended, we'll be taking a look at the blocks you're facing, the hopes and advice from your higher self, actions and advice for you. Questions like that, whatever we're drawn to in the extended, to kind of continue the reading, questions that may have arisen, and those kind of things. And if you're drawn to the extended, it is in the description below. You can go either to Vimeo or to Patreon. Okay, so let us begin here, Starseeds, with the energy being placed in the deck. Reiki energy. And then we will shuffle 3 times. I always say the cards kind of have a mind of their own. One time I was just talking to somebody about discernment, and I just picked up a deck and pulled a card, and it was discernment. Well, I mean, we weren't using that word, but that was the topic. So the cards listen to you. They're overhearing your conversations. Okay, so the first card, the second, and the third. Oh, it's interesting. It's I remember for the fated path. The call of the soul is the messenger, and the bridge is lifting the veil, or walking through the veil, the bridge. So I think these are perfect cards for this. So let's take a look at the meanings. So the call of the ego, the obvious life. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So that is the card. It's pretty cool. And it's beautiful. She's like looking into the past, present, and future. It's a pool. Okay, I remember. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses. And it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward. And to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. And I think as I've gone through my life, I feel like maybe we picked even more than one path, and as we're going along, we end up falling into one of the paths and being like, oh, I guess that's the path I ended up choosing, the direction I went. And sometimes it's a little longer or shorter journey to the soul path that we chose. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid path before you, or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater path. So if you're having some doubt or uncertainty in this decision, it's kind of a sign that you're headed in the right direction. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. So the Starseed Soul Inquiry is, what are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? So what's the first step that you're at? You know, are you, has a major tower hit your life? You know, or are you in a position where you are able to slowly transition to where you need to be? Either way, there's going to be some doubt and fear along the way. People telling you, you know, why are you changing your career? Why are you changing your direction? You know, what's going on with you? You're acting kind of crazy. And in all of that, you're being called to a new place. And so, you know, that's kind of what this reading is about. You know, look at your life, and you'll see, you know, where this fated path is, where the path you have been led down so far. And then, you know, kind of reach out to your higher self, to your being, to the source, and say, you know, show me my plan, show me the next step in my journey. Okay, so the next one, the soul's calling, messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. So some of you watching will be from Sirius originally, maybe have visited there, have some of their energies, and you can certainly read about those and see whether that you know, resonates or identifies with you. And the rest of you, it's just more of a general message of harmony and balance. And so, you know, if maybe we're being drawn to harmony and balance, and especially during this week, and you know, in our path for this week. So messenger, let's take a look at the message. It's a messenger is Mercury, in the Gemini, you know, the planet Mercury, the messenger coming and bringing the divine message and meaning to our lives. Okay. I love, see the kind of like the halo type effect over the head. So many little details in here. It's like little faces in the clouds or whatever. Oh, that's really beautiful. Okay. Let's hold this up a little. You're part of the lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetime to the upliftment of the planet, to returning time and again to see the light. The crystalline ones, and the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in, to honor both the sacred feminine and masculine, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius, often appearing as a shade of blue. They hold the frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and the feminine exist in harmony. So this particular card is really saying, you know, part of the purpose of your life, part of the soul, you know, purpose, the soul contract, is the balancing of the masculine and the feminine energies to ensure greater balance, to help us to see that we're all connected, and that the masculine and feminine energies exist within all of us. So as these energies exist in us and we're able to bring a balance of those into the world, we're balancing the things, the material things of the world with the spiritual things of the world. A rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring worldwide. It's a resurgence of the sacred within all of us. a returning of the sacred union within, a rekindling of heaven and earth. You can begin to bring harmony and balance by creating it in your own life. The ripples will flow from there. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. So you'll be able to help both yourself and others to receive this balance. How are you being called to bring harmony to your life or the planet? How are you being called to honor the sacred masculine and feminine within you? So the journey begins inside yourself. And, as that journey unfolds, you'll be able to use your gifts, like your gifts of healing, your gifts of compassion, whatever you're doing in life, to be able to use your gifts to help others bring balance. But the first step is to find that balance within yourself. Okay, so to bridge what you're doing now to what you need to be doing, this balancing. What is the bridge that will help you to get there? So lifting the veil. Questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So the first step for you is going to be letting go of the things that really are just not of your benefit. It can be a relationship, a career, so many things are in our lives and this is the time for us to let go. Lifting the veil. So you can see her here. It's almost like she can see the sun out there. She's looking through the windows. The sun, she's looking through, the veil of her life into a new path, a path into the light. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mysteries so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown. So as you have grown vibrationally and as the planet is racing in vibration and things are changing, and since December 21st, things will change more and more. We don't see all of it instantaneously because growth happens slowly over time. The seeds have been planted, the new earth is growing, and the things of the old will not be acceptable anymore to the earth. So the vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown. To dismantle the systems and ways of being that served you and others, but no longer. Some Sirius are here to lift the veil between the seen and the unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth, to stand for and protect those who don't have a voice. So you can think about those who don't have a voice in your life or in your world or in the world at large. Children, animals, plants, the well-being of the earth. It needs our voices. Some Sirius cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony. That's a second card with the word harmony in it. Harmony with the planet and the Creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself. So again, it's, taking care of yourself first, putting yourself in alignment first, bringing together the masculine and feminine inside yourself, bringing harmony inside yourself first, so that is part of helping the planet. You are being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take the baby steps to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it's so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. What isn't congruent in your life? How are you being called to bring it back to harmony? Okay, and so I feel like in this reading, you may be going along in darkness, living your life, and the awakening begins to happen. You begin to see things more clearly. And as you see things more clearly, the thing that you're being called to is bringing into harmony the masculine and feminine into your life and the world and lives around you. And in this process, as you do that, you're going to have to shed. You're going to have to remove the things that aren't in alignment with that goal, the harmony of the planet. So I think this is a really great message to start for this week, and to take a look at these energies. So what I would like to do is to end this part with the angel message, and then once we look at the angel message, then in the extended, we'll look at some of the blocks you're facing, hopes and fears, advice from your higher self at this time. Okay, comfort. Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. And all of us really come with a need to heal, to be made new. And that's kind of like the first step is, healing yourself to help you be able to heal the planet. To bringing that kind of happiness into your life. So be comfortable with yourself, be kind with yourself, bring comfort into your heart. I am helping you in this time of need, helping your heart to heal. And underneath teaching and learning, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, and then teach them to others. So it's the same thing. Learn the ideas, learn what's important first, and then be able to give it to others. And it's not like you have to spend 5 or 10 years learning before you begin the process of giving. As we learn, we can give. So, just get right in there, start your path, knowing that the bridge is there for you as you grow into this new earth. Okay, so if you are interested in the extended, there's a link below for that. You can come over to that. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share. And I will see you next week for a new update.